Stick Boy came out today. I was gonna wait till the week to kind of go through and react to some of the songs that I haven't heard yet. Seven Sins, Loco. What's the other one? Can't think of. Wicked Ways, Uninvited. So all these songs on the album that he never released a video for. So we're gonna go through some of them. I want to listen to Loco. Loco is kind of the one that I've been hearing rumblings about that is very different, or I guess very unique for this album. Obviously, this whole album for Ren is unique, but I do want to listen to it. So I got Spotify up here. I did pre-order the silver one, the limited edition one. Hopefully that gets here soon. I know they're like kind of scrambling to get everything out because there's so many of them, but I'm excited to have that. You guys are going to see that behind me somewhere. It's probably going to be up here next to my dog so you guys can actually see it, but it'll be up. Don't worry. It'll be nice and presented and presentable. So, all right, I want to get into this. Obviously, I know it's a hip hop song because it's on the hip hop album, but let's go ahead. Let me do this. Here we go. This is Ren Loco. It already has 12K views. So we're gonna listen to this. It's just an image of the album cover. So, but I'll put that up here for you guys so you can see it. All right, let's get into this. What else you got for us, huh, Ren?
My style is loco, Yoko Ono manic vocal. I'm not your uncle, I'm anti-social. Postal, danger to the world, I've gone global. Schizophrenic menace, put myself in a chokehold, ho-ho, yeah.
Okay, schizophrenic menace, put myself into a chokehold. What a bar there. Am I hearing this though? This is no like traditional instruments, it's just beatboxing. Whoops. Right, a shaker.
Style is loco, Yoko.
What else?
My style is loco, Yoko Ono manic vocal. I'm not your uncle.
Man, this is crazy already. 6 seconds in. He's doing this all with his voice, right? It's all beatboxing. There's no traditional instruments. It's just all his voice.
My style is loco, Yoko Ono manic vocal. I'm not your uncle.
Yoko Ono shout out.
Postal, danger to the world, I've gone global. Schizophrenic menace, put myself in a chokehold, ho ho. Yeah, bro, tasty like a Rolo. Spiritual being, yes, I'm holy like a polo. You know, you can set this song as your ringtone. Lord of the Ring, you could be Frodo. Gimli, I'ma take this with the
Lord of the Ring, you could be Frodo. Obviously, Lord of the Rings, Frodo's in Lord of the Rings. Saying you can make this your ringtone, ring, Lord of the Rings, right? Cool play on words there. What else do we have?
Being yes, I'm holy like a polo. You know,
holy like a polo.
Your ringtone, Lord of the Ring, you could be Frodo. Gimli, I'ma take this with the man, I smoke it like a chimney. I'm a punk rocker, sucker, no, I'm not an indie. Kitty with the bindi.
I'm a punk rock now. No, I'm not an indie.
Kitty with the bindi. Yes, I will be indie. Shed, taking my mad.
Okay, there's so much production happening with the vocals, which we heard in a few of the songs that came out later in the videos. He's having the There's like 3 or 4 voices there that obviously to make a chord, but there's 3 or 4 voices there you can tell are highly produced, which is fine. Again, if the whole thing is not like that, I don't have an issue with it. If certain parts are, that's totally fine. With background vocals like that are part of like the overall production, I'm okay with it because it makes it feel a little bit more open, heavy.
Taking my meds, I slice up beats like a knife through bread. When I go bowling, I use decapitated heads. I lose brains in the lane, so they call me miscellaneous. I'm the type of kid who makes cotton.
I use brains in the lane, so they call me miscellaneous. Bro, he's dropping bars again. More bars.
I'm the type of kid who makes cotton wool dangerous. I'm trying hard not to lose my mind. Boy, I see stars when I close my eyes. Boy, I try to keep this beast inside. Boy, but I'm close to the edge.
It's really interesting.
My head, so I guess you better. My style is manic, close to the.
Might use my head. I guess you better high. Right, different inflection in his voice to sound menacing. This is really interesting. Obviously, it's simple. It's a bunch of different different recordings of his voice doing different sounds. Right. Obviously, the verse is very much kind of a few things doing some of the percussion, the shaker sound, and the doom, the bass. I guess is what you can call that. And then the chorus comes in and you have a lot more of the vocal heaviness, right? To make it sound like the chorus.
I might lose my head, so I guess you're better. My style is Close to the edge and try to
falsetto.
keep this beast inside the wood. But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head.
Ooh, and also
Close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you better hide. My style is manic, close to the boil volcanic. I watch so much Scarface, I think I'm Hispanic. Okay, don't make me get loco on USA. Putos, I'll bust a cap, watch me get messy. Mentos and coke, I'm about to explode. I'm
went there for the Spanish
I
culture.
watch so much Scarface, I think I'm Hispanic. Okay, don't make me get loco on USA. Putos, I'll bust a cap, watch me get messy. Mentos and coke, I'm about to explode. I'm so open-minded that my eyes can't close. Doctor, doctor, give me some smiles. A 20-pack of Valium, numb for a while. Flow like the Nile, evil crocodile. I've got the local zoo saved on speed dial. Funky.
Oh, yeah, break down these bars right now.
For a while, flow like the Nile.
Okay,
Open-minded that my eyes can't close. Doctor, doctor, give me some smiles. A 20-pack of Valium, numb for a while. Flow.
Doctor, doctor, give me some smiles. Smiles. Another pack of Valium to keep me. What did he say?
A 20-pack of Valium, numb for a while.
20 pack of Valium, numb for a while.
Like
He has that inflection on the aisle sound. He does it for like 2-3 more rhymes, right?
20-pack of Valium, numb for a while. Flow like the Nile, evil crocodile. I've got the locals.
Nile, crocodile.
Dial, funky.
Speed dial.
A bit of time with the monkeys. I gave one a Valium, now he's a junkie. Humpty Dumpty, he fell down.
I feel like that one a little bit is reaching, but it's also hilarious, so I'll allow
The
it.
local zoo saved on speed dial, funky.
Local zoo space. That's why. Okay, makes sense. I got the local zoo saved on speed dial. Really meaning that he's an animal now. He's so crazy he's an animal, right? But then he flips it.
On speed dial, funky. I spent a bit of time with the monkey.
Funky, I spent a bit of time with the monkey.
Valium, now he's a junkie.
Gave one a Valium, now he's a junkie, right? Brings that whole zoo rhyme all the way to a close. Now it makes it. That bar's wild.
Gave one a Valium, now he's a junkie. Humpty Dumpty, he fell down. All the king's horses were stomped somehow. Of course all the horses were stomped. Horses don't even have opposable thumbs. I'm trying not to lose my mind. The wood. Stars when I close my eyes. The wood. I try to keep this beast inside the wood. But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you better hide. Start juttering, I'm stuttering, buttering words like flora. Edible, spreadable, style glow like a aurora. Northern light, ignite the night tonight. Excite the mic, right like a viper bite. It's just my venom, it's venom. But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you better hide. Start juttering, I'm stuttering, buttering words like flora. Edible. Spreadable style glow like aurora. Northern light, ignite the night tonight. Excite.
Right? He's playing percussion again with his rhymes. Sick. I love that flow right there. That's one of my favorite flows is when he's like, it's like you're, what is that? It's very syncopated. That's what I'm trying to say. I love syncopation in all music, but I love it in hip hop when rappers use it in their raps too.
Like flora, edible, spreadable style glow like aurora. Northern light, ignite the night tonight. Excite the mic, right like a viper bite. It's just my venom, it's venom. My lucky number 7. I don't follow fashion, so I'm wearing double denim. Mel Gibson crazy, my mind's a lethal weapon. Got kicked out the fruit store for grabbing Uggles melons.
My mind's crazy. Mel Gibson crazy. My mind's a lethal weapon, right? Mel Gibson was in Lethal Weapon.
The weapon got kicked out the fruit store for grabbing Uggles melons.
Got kicked out the fruit store for grabbing all those melons, right? Grabbing on some people's tits, but also melons, obviously in a grocery store. This guy. Somebody's got to stop this man.
Gibson crazy, my mind's a lethal weapon. Got kicked out the fruit store for grabbing Uggles melons. With a baseball bat type force,
Okay. Sorry.
Mel Gibson
Listen to the beatboxing. He has a stop with the beatboxing.
7, I don't follow fashion, so I'm wearing double denim. Mel Gibson crazy, my mind's a lethal weapon. Got
So this production there, right? It's hard cutoffs of the vocals, right? That's not him doing that in the vocal recording. That's in post where they're cutting it off, right? Really interesting.
double denim. Mel Gibson crazy, my mind's a lethal weapon. Got kicked out the fruit store for grabbing Uggles melons. With a baseball.
Dun, 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 dun. And they bring in some other like toms with the tom sounds with the beatboxing.
For grabbing a ghost balance, I get on with a baseball bat type force, I hop in.
They bring in bass.
When I hit with a beat, with a bang, with a boom, I'ma fly right out this room. I'ma take off to that moon. I'ma rip when I spit, when I bite my lip, and I stick when I bust a move like yes, sir. I'ma take this microphone and make some acapella music for your eardrums and spoken like a text.
Yep.
Stack it up like bricks, yes, I'm stacking up the texture. I bring the vibes right into the sector. I'm trying hard not to lose my mind, boy. I see stars when I close my eyes, whoa. I try to...
Got a little bit of like reverb delay on those vocals since there's so much open space, right? That kind of lightly covers up that empty space when he ends his phrase, since we only have very limited vocals, right?
I'm trying hard not to lose my mind, boy. I see stars when I close my eyes, whoa. I try to keep this beast inside.
Ooh, I really like that melody right there. Like some half steps.
The boy, but I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you better hide.
Wow. That was really, really interesting. I feel like every single time I come into a Ren song and I'm just like, I don't expect every single song, honestly, to like blow me away, right? It's impossible for every single song for an artist to blow you away, right? Like Animal Flow was cool. It was a really cool song, really unique. It didn't blow me away though. It's one of my least favorites on the album, to be honest. It's a good song, don't get me wrong. If any other artist released it, I'd be like, that's cool, that's a great song, or it's a good song, but it just wasn't one of my favorites of his, right? You can't like every single song an artist releases, especially Ren, who kind of has all these different like songs that do different things, kind of go in and out of different genres, right? It's very hard to like every single song. The one thing that he does do every single song, and I haven't really learned it yet, obviously, is he surprises me every single song that he does. There's something in it, I'm like, wow, that's new, or wow, that's different, or wow, that's interesting. It's always something like that in his songs, which are really, really cool. I want to see if the program I use is able to break down since it's all technically vocals, if it's able to break down them into instruments. So let's see what we get. I'm gonna go here just so you guys can kind of see what's going on, process the song, right? So I'm trying to see if it's gonna even be able to separate it, right? Because technically speaking, it's all vocal, but a lot of it has to do with the way the AI works for this is melodies that sound like they're other instruments, the frequency of those sounds, all that stuff comes into play when it creates this. So let's see what we get from this. Looks like it did a pretty good job. Let's see what the drums sound like real quick. That's actually good. Over here. There's the bass drum. What is this?
Close my eyes, whoa.
Yeah. So a lot of it, unfortunately, is ending up in vocals, right? So I don't know how much we're going to be able to break down of this. So this.
I'm not your uncle, I'm antisocial. Postal, danger to the world, I've gone global. Schizophrenic madness, put myself.
All right, so let's start here. Let's do this, the drums section.
Chimney, I'm a punk rocker sucker, no I'm not an indie. Kiddie with a bindi, yes I will be in the shed. Taking my meds, I slice up beats like a knife through bread. When I go bowling,
Right, so we have the doom, 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 doom. All this coming from his voice, right? Let's hear that again real quick. I want to hear just that portion. Right? Obviously, there's editing and post to make it sound more like an instrument than his voice, but really cool, man. Like, the depth of Ren's talent is just, it's never ending, I feel like. Let me go to this section here. I think this is the chorus, maybe.
But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you better hide. My style is manic, close to the boil volcanic. I watch so much Scarface, I think I'm Hispanic. Okay, don't make me get loco on USA. Putos, I bust a cap, watch me get messy. Mentos and coke, I'm about to explode. I'm so open-minded that my eyes can't close.
Da, 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 da. Right, that's kind of like piano or guitar. It could be either one of those, I guess. It's basically a melodic instrument, right? Kind of giving a little bit of a character to the song. If we do everything together, it looks like it didn't even pick up bass, but I'll put everything together for that part.
Mentos and coke, I'm about to explode. I'm so open-minded that my eyes can't close. Doctor, doctor, give me some smiles. A 20-pack of Valium, numb for a while. Flow like the Nile, evil crocodile. I've got the local zoo saved on speed dial. Funky aspect.
Right, it's really interesting how many different voices are here. I think I wanted to go to...
But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you better hide. Start jottering, stuttering, buttering words like flora.
Go back to that.
But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess.
I hear... How many different voices? Let's see if we can count them. Ready?
But I'm close to the edge and...
Is one. Right, that's in the right side. You hear that?
But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my...
Something like that. Then what's the next one?
But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so
You have that high one.
But I'm close to the edge and I might...
I can't hit that note because I'm not fucking talented enough, but we have that one, so that's 2.
But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you're back.
I actually think that is doubled, so there's like 2 octaves going on right there. So that's 3 voices.
But I'm close to the edge and
we have the dun, 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 and there's also harmonies there, so that's 4 voices.
my head, so I guess you better hide. Start jottering, I'm stuttering, buttering words like flora.
Crazy, man. And then was it maybe the ending here, I think?
I lose my head, so I guess you better hide.
Yeah, so we have that same thing there, but it sounds like there's kind of unison going on. So maybe 6, 7 vocals there, plus the so that's 8. 8 vocals there to create this sound that we have. It's crazy. I'm not even listening to the drum part. I forgot about that. Let's go back.
But I'm close to the edge and I might lose my head, so I guess you better hide.
Oh yeah. Da, 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 da. So there's that as well. There's like 10 voices going on right now. So remember, he has to record each of these parts. Some of them are unison, meaning like it's the same part doubled to make it fuller, so they have it right and left. Right? That's different than having it in the center. You have to think production now is so accurate, right? It can sound like it's at the back, top left, back top right, back top middle, center, 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 center left, center right. All these, there's so many things, right? So they're having it left and right unison. It gives it a fuller sound than just having it center, right? So there's some of that going on. It could be anywhere. If I were to sit here and break it down, I could figure it out. But there's probably like 10 to 15 different voices going on here if you're counting some of them that are double.
I lose my head, so I guess you better hide.
Right. That's 3. Da, da, da is doubled. That's 5. 6. 7, 8, because that's doubled. And then we have the drums. Obviously, that's 9. Yeah, there's like between 9 and 11 different voices there, right? And they have to separate them, make them sound different, make them sound like the instrument they're trying to be all in production, right? So while on the surface it looks super, super simple, it's actually very much going on in the production side of things. I think for songs that have stuff like this where it's acapella, like we have done with pentatonics, right? With acapella, a lot of stuff has to happen. Obviously, pentatonics can pretty much do all of that without it, but a lot of stuff has to go on in the production side of it to make it sound a little more full, make it sound a little more like the beatboxing instruments, right? That there's a little bit of tiny bit of reverb, some delay at certain parts, right? Like I said before, that spot where there's no vocals, where there's not very much going on, that have like reverb and delay going on it under the vocals, so that emptiness isn't so empty, right? All this stuff is really, really cool when you really think about it. So that's awesome. I like breaking these simple songs down, honestly, more than I like breaking the really complex ones, because you see how much the simple songs have to have production on the back end, right? A lot of the songs that have a lot of things going on already don't need a lot of production. Well, it depends. If you have talented musicians, they don't need a lot of production in the sense of like fixing notes and making the sound right. You guys have to realize that when a musician goes into the studio, they don't necessarily or usually actually plug into an amp, put a microphone up to the amp, use a pedal to find that sound, right? A lot of the stuff is done post. So they'll come in, they'll play clean, and then they'll use a lot of plugins. So you do a lot of these different things to create the sound they want on the guitar, on the bass, things like that. There are some times and some musicians that do it old school with just a microphone, or they might plug into the pedal, use that to get the effect they want, and then the pedal goes into the, into the computer. But for the most part, a lot of it's done post now. Even the musicians like Ren, I'm sure, do it that way. So a lot of this stuff happens post, right? And I know I've been one of those people that have said I hate musicians that rely too much on post, but every musician has to rely on post a little bit, right? You got to clean it up. I'm going through my lo-fi album right now. I'm realizing how much actually goes into like the mixing portion of it, right? Because you can get it to sound as clean as you can with the stuff that you have, but what you do in mixing will make or break a song, right? Adding compression, adding EQ, adding all this stuff. My boy Jesse, Bell Development, I'll link him in the description. He has a bunch of videos on his Patreon that talk about these things in detail. Going into EQ, what it means, compression, how does that help? A lot of these different plugins, right? There's one right now on his YouTube that's free for you guys to watch about Tim Henson's setup and kind of what a lot of that means. It's really interesting. So I think if you guys want to learn a little bit more about like how production kind of enhances the music, I think you should. But with simple songs like this, the production part of it, I do think is very, very key, because I'm sure it would have sounded great leaving it alone and just having those parts on there. But honestly, there would have been a lot of clipping. There would have been a lot of like overlapping of some of the parts. It wouldn't have sounded as authentic, or not authentic. It would have sounded as much like instruments as it does in this. So really cool breaking it down like that. Again, a 3-minute song turned into a 30-minute video. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop. I really do appreciate the love and support. I will leave a link below to buy Ren's album. We want to get into the top of the charts. I think that like the lowest amount of money to buy his album right now on Spotify or something like that is like $5 on iTunes. So wherever you can get it at the cheapest is fine. Any of it, any price you pay for it counts toward his top of the chart. So we want to get him to #1 over Drake, because you guys know how I feel about Drake. But that would be awesome. If he gets to the top, people will notice and he'll start becoming a household name. So I put that in the link below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on my channel. It helps me out a lot. I really do appreciate you guys for love and support. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious.